gets in a cylinder. Can't even pack a bearing. I had to do it myself. What are you doing? Still juggling those figures?
We're not juggling. Have a look. We'll make about 800 this time.
Is that all for all the work we did? I'm going daffy carrying freight up and down this river. Dan, let's sell the Betsy Ann. Get into something else.
Well, 800 may not be much, but it's safe and sure.
Yeah. At least we had some excitement when we owned the old Hattie T.
Wasn't it your idea to swap her for this?
Yeah, but the whole setup has changed. There was a war on. A man could make some real money. Or don't you remember?
Oh, I remember all right. I remember getting a broadside amidships from a Union gunboat, taking splinters out of my hide for 2 weeks.
You got $100 for every splinter.
That's right, in Confederate money. War's over, Pax. We can't start another one just because you're restless. Me, I like the river. Always so peaceful and quiet.
Hey, Austin. Those is nice tender cows. You must treat them tender. Say, lazy one, why those cows is not across the river, huh? Those ranchers, they catch us, they will hang us by the neck until we don't live some more. We got no time to die now, eh? Allez, one, stay bulky. Allez, hey, hey.
Avast there, Rennie. Let it be. Nobody cares what time it is out here, except maybe the sand, please.
Well, I care, because it's regulation. And if you'd ever sailed before the mast, you'd know it.
You see going that. I've sailed the Davy Strait. I've pitched whole whales from Mindoro to Madagascar.
Now, sail away.
I think I'll scuttle you.
No, don't.
Sail away is off its course.
Now, you undersized jellyfish, repeat after me. I'll never speak no more foul slander against my friend. He and that Runny are up there fighting again. Hey, sail away. Runny.
Come on. But sail away. We don't have to.
Come on. Beat it. Off the port bow. A school of sea cows. Look. You ain't getting out of this. Say it. Sea cows. You say it. You floating little liver, don't you know better than to block a channel? Sailaway, can't you miss a sandbar even in broad daylight?
But it wasn't his
Skipper, I've navigated the reefs of Nuka Heave in a typhoon. I've sailed the shoals of...
Never mind that. Why'd you run aground?
Oh, them mossy horn sea lions pushed me here.
You'll need a better excuse than that if you can't get it off. Full speed astern.
Aye, aye, sir.
Full speed astern.
Hebla, you up there? I think maybe you thought she are stuck good, eh? That man at the wheel should stay awake when the river she bend.
You blubbering knuckle joint.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I don't like the haircut with those harpoons.
Shut her off, Runny. Now that you've shown us your fancy shooting, how about getting us off this sandbar? You got us on.
Maybe we do business. I come aboard.
I got an idea he's got a funny notion about business.
Bring my bottom. 30 years of floating, I wind up high and dry on a Texas sand dune.
You must have done your floating in the bathtub.
I'll float too.
Dominique Andre Hippolyte Saint-Ange, at your service.
Oh, that's quite a collection of handles.
That is a custom in my Louisiana. And yours?
I'm Paxton Bryce. This is Dan Taylor, my partner. What's your deal?
Well, I am in quick hurry. You carry my cows, and I will pull it off your boat.
Somebody after you, huh?
Looks like they're rustled.
Ah, that is old-fashioned. The war shall make enough cows for us all.
What's the war got to do with it?
Everything. The owners, they go away to fight. They stay 4 years, and these cattle travel all over Texas by himself and make plenty of little ones. These are what we call in French, libre comme l'air, like English, free like the air. They belong to no one. They got no brand.
And finders is keepers, huh?
Certainement. Oh, I have a soft heart. I ask myself, Dominic, these poor cattle, they don't got no home, so I gather them together and I take them to live on my home.
That's very kind of you. Why are you in such a hurry?
Well, these ranchers, they want to keep all the wild cattle, so they chase me. Upon this sense, I am telling you the truth.
Well, that's good enough for me. What do you say, Dan?
I guess it's all right. The Betsy Ann gets paid for what she carries.
Oh, I am honest man. I wish to go to Mirio Landing on the Louisiana side.
How many cows you got?
About 1,000.
Cost you $1 a head.
Eh bien, I will get my men started, eh? Tie a rope to the back of the boat. Avit, hello!
They're in cattle. It's plumb degrading, Ronnie.
Could have been goat.
Hey, Dominic. I'd like to hear some more about those poor orphan cows. Had to do was pick them up. What's the matter, Jim? The bearing again?
No, sir, but I just laid eyes on who we're carrying. That's Dominic Bouchard, the fellow raided Parkville.
Bouchard? Well, he's the one that's turned this end of Texas into a shooting gallery.
Get below, Jim. We may need a full head of steam. We better get our money quick.
Well, how about our money? Fair.
Oh, I pay. Later, when I get the money for the cows.
Pay now or you don't take them off, Bouchard.
Oh, Bouchard, so you know me, huh? That is of no consequence.
Boy, load the cargo for it.
I say I pay later. Pierre, get those cars off quick. And keep your eyes on Les Americains. Billy, Henry, get the cattle off the boat, quick!
Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Why didn't you tell me something I don't know?
Bouchard! Your cow's just about paid for our trouble.
And we never give credit.
Eh bien, monsieur, I still owe you something, but I always pay.
Like we're in the cattle business.
The sooner he'd handed us the money, though.
He handed us an idea that's worth millions. We're way ahead. This whole end of Texas is full of cattle that don't belong to anybody. Natural increase during the war. We buy the land, all the cattle on it are ours.
Sounds like a great idea. It's too much of a gamble.
Gamble? So was running a blockade, but we made money, didn't we? Can't you see it, Dan? This beats any deal we've ever been in. We can take the money we've got, sell these cattle, and the Betsy Ann. We can buy land by the square mile, round up cattle by the thousands, sell them and buy more land. We'll have a ranch like nobody's ever seen before.
It would be like owning your own country, wouldn't it?
Be bigger than that. It'll be like an empire. Our own American empire.
Well, you're flying high, but I'll flap along with you.
We'll get to Riverford. We'll go have a talk with the land agent. Then I think we ought to drink a couple of toasts to a mighty bright future, don't you? Worse than a Nantucket sleigh ride.
I'll put the law on you. Oh, where's my customer? My customer!
Hello, little fella. What a place to roost. You're the prettiest prize I ever got in a grab bag. Is there any more in there like you?
Isn't one victim enough? Or do you generally run them down with a dozen? Let go of my hat.
You ain't hurt, Mom.
I'll live.
Hey, you bust the scene, Skipper? Not a one, not a one.
Get out of here. Get out of here. This ain't no corral. And you, mister, it will cost you a lot of money for this damage.
All right, it'll cost me a lot of money. There you are. Take that and keep the change. All right, boys, show's all over. I'll see you down at the music hall. Hey, you got a wonderful store here.
Go ahead. Half of my luggage, too.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Honest, I am. I mean about the whole thing.
You ought to be sorry. A grown man playing horseback on a cow. I ought to call a policeman.
You'll have to call awful loud because we're not blessed with them out here.
That's too bad. You belong in jail.
Missy, you're tacking way off your course, because he's the finest little skipper that ever trod the deck.
My compliments, ma'am. To cool you off. Little lady, my compliments to hold in your temper.
And may I compliment all. I've never seen finer specimens of drunken hoodlums.
Ooh. She upset or something? Well, I've shivered and froze over half the Arctic Circle hunting these here whale bones so women could hold up their reputations. And what thanks do I get? She reminds me of the Hattie T. Got the lines of a clipper and the disposition of a balky barge. I sure hope we don't sight her again.
Let's go back where we came from.
Hey, Dan. Yo, Dan. What the Sam Hill? Where are you?
What happened? I thought you were going to meet me after you got tied up.
Well, something happened that kept me on board.
Oh, did you miss the time?
Yes, sure. I guess you did the honors for both of us, huh? Better sleep it
Oh,
off.
I don't want to go to bed. We're going back to the music hall. Hey, will you see the redhead I got lined
Well, we'll
up
make it
for
some
you?
other night.
What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me? I said a redhead. She's even prettier than the one you sent the violence to in Galveston.
I didn't have a girl in Galveston. Must have been Stillaway.
Sail away my eye. It was you she threw the lamp at. This one's even...
What did the redhead do?
What's she doing here? You know we don't allow women on board.
She's no woman. This is my kid sister, Abigail. Abby? This is Paxton Bryce. She arrived this afternoon, had a kind of an accident with a no-account drunk. Well, what's so funny?
I was the accident.
Well, she said that it was a low-down, no-good rowdy. I should have recognized you, Pax.
Well, I furnish so much amusement.
How does she happen to cruise in? Did you send for her?
Well, not exactly. That is, I might have mentioned in one of my letters that we had a lot of room on
Oh,
board.
yeah, sure. And you also told her we're going to make a stop at Riverford. Holy smoke, Dan. We haven't got time to be a couple of nursemaids.
Now, listen, Pepperpot, I did send for her. We probably hurt her feelings.
That's too bad, but she can't stay.
Poor kid, she's probably crying her eyes out. Fine reception we gave her.
This country's no place for her.
It's going to have to be. My aunt, who she's been living with, died. Well, naturally, she feels that her place is with me now.
I'm very sorry, but our plans don't include kid sisters. She's gone back east. Give her any excuse you like, but you got to get rid of her.
Nothing doing. Now, it's up to me to look after her, and she stays.
Look, Dan, you know how bossy women are. Before you know it, she'll be telling us what to do. She'll have the whole place upside down.
Well, if that's... You won't even know that she's around, and I promise you won't.
All right, see that I don't. I suppose I'll have to stand for some of these changes around. But the Hattie T stays right there.
Sorry, I was just going to put up something I like better.
Well, maybe your brother doesn't mind if you make a parlor out of this cabin, but I'll appreciate it if you'll let my things alone. And where are the old curtains? I like them.
Those are the old curtains. I just washed them.
Would you mind telling me where my pipes are?
Here they are. I washed them for you.
You what?
Don't get so excited. It's only soap and water.
Only soap and water. And with my shaving brush. So I wasn't even going to know she was on board. In the last 2 weeks, she's overhauled everything with the engine.
Oh, simmer down, Pax. Personally, I like the way she's fixing things. And don't forget the good meals she's been cooking.
Yeah, all the comforts are home. If I had enough, I'm going to shore and look at that acreage. Hey, the land agent said it might make a good starter for the ranch.
Well, I'll go with you. I better get a couple of cans of beans.
Why? Abby's cooked a nice rabbit stew. Hey, Sally, heave to and tab to the west bank.
Sail away. You and Ronnie stay behind and give Miss Abby a hand.
That tub has turned into a cruddy old hen house.
Bless me for a one-eyed eel. I ain't no cabin boy, Mr. Taylor.
Of course you aren't, Sailaway. And all hands will rest till we take a look at Mr. Bryce's property. It isn't every day that you can catch a glimpse of an empire, is it?
No, ma'am.
Are we ready?
There's the boundary marker. And away up in those rolling hills is another marker. And everything in between is
Mr. Bryce Empire? And is that the cattle that go with it?
All right, Ronnie, man your station. We'll put the little critter in dry dock.
I'll take the bow.
You take the stern. Mr. Bryce! Mr. Bryce!
Bad at that. There are a lot of things to consider, Pax. We don't know anything about the cattle business.
Well, we can learn, can't we? Look at that. When I see that, there's only one thing I can think of. How much get and how many cows go with it?
You're letting your imagination run away with you as usual.
If it wasn't for my imagination, we wouldn't have a nickel. Why, we wouldn't have run cotton and we wouldn't
Well,
have...
this time you're wrong.
I think, Dan,
I know you had to come along. Please don't bother thinking.
I was just going to agree with you, Mr. Bryce.
Oh. Oh. You were? Well, that's a little different.
Then neither are using any common sense. Who's going to buy beef from us in these parts when they can get it for nothing?
They won't here, but they will up north and back east, where they're paying $10 a head in Abilene. And that fella Chisholm proved that cattle can make the trip.
Yeah, it's a point. But why throw away money buying land when you can round up all the cattle you want?
Oh, it won't always be like that. Someday all this land will be privately owned.
Of course it will, Dan. The country's growing this way, and before long there'll be a new way of living. Law and order and property rights. There'll be no place for wild cattle hunters. You'll have to have your own range, and a lot of it.
Well, Dan, we're 2-1 against it.
So you two are pulling together for a change. Well, I know what I'm like. We'll sell the Betsy Ann to that fellow in Riverford.
Well, Abby, I guess I was a little bit wrong about you. It's getting to be a pleasure having you around here.
It's the first nice thing you've said to me. Better be careful. It might get to be a habit.
You couldn't be. A habit is something you're not conscious of.
Like that awful frown when you're mad.
Well, that's self-defense.
Begging your pardon, Skipper. What are we going to do now?
You can swap that harpoon thing on. We're going to work.
A harpoon on dry land? Why, that's plumb loony.
I'm going to get me a buffalo for a pincushion. I'll cleave him clean into it 100 yards.
Sail away, you're going to make a valuable man on a cattle ranch. The way you can throw the bull.
Abby?
Better be. I put 8 eggs in it.
8 eggs and 1 cake? Why, Taylor Ranch must be doing all right. Oh, that's pretty. There it is. Why don't you let it burn a little while?
I don't know.
Happy birthday, Sid.
Happy birthday, Abby. Into the first anniversary of the Bryce Taylor Ranch. We have to drink to that. Want to cut the cake right away?
Sure, we want to eat it.
How about it, boys? Shall we wait for the cake, or shall we do it now? Huh?
Do it right now. I do it now.
All right. Abby? We're almighty pleased that the way you stuck by us through a pretty tough year. And since this is your birthday, we want to give you these.
Oh, gee, I don't know how to thank you.
Well, come on, open them up. Let's see what it is.
Then sail away and run it. Oh, look.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, of course you don't have to.
Didn't you like it?
Because you're twice as big, you get kissed twice.
Gosh, I wish I was big as an elephant.
Well, ain't you?
Well, let's open up the other one.
Oh, Pax, it's beautiful.
Gosh, hair lace, chaps. I didn't buy them. The sales lady must have put them in.
I'll put the dress away so it won't get wrinkled.
How about a little song, huh, Runty?
Yeah.
Come on, little
Come
song.
on, little
Come on, boys.
You better stop that gal, and she's got him earmarked.
Earmark. That lass has got him roped and hog-tied.
She sure has.
Oh, Pax, it's the loveliest present of all. Oh.
It's all just beginning, Abby. There isn't anything the future won't give you.
All I want and need is right here with me now. Oh, Pax, we'll build something fine together. Something we can be proud of.
We can be married before I go to Abilene.
Oh, and this will make such a lovely wedding.
Certainly. What do you think I got it for?
Pretty sure of me, weren't you? I never heard of such conceit.
Well,
It's just a question of you, I could say no. Well, I don't see how I can resist the dress.
Give me some time to blow the man down. Oh, it's sailors and tinkers and tailors is men. Hey, hey, blow the man down.
Had I but known, I would have arrived sooner for our celebration.
What do you want? Payment for your cattle?
Oh, no, monsieur, but you have plenty cattle now, eh?
yes. Plenty. But they're all ours.
Oui, ours, eh?
Not yours. Ours. The old score is all settled.
Oh, absolutely. Don Nick Bouchard always start clean with his new partners, eh? Oh, what do you laugh? You use my ideas to go into business? Eh bien?